The story begins by showing us a boy named UC. UC loves traveling very much. He has one hobby, and that is to go to the Amazon jungle and do real-life adventures. Before going to the Amazon jungle, he reaches a nearby area there, in the area where many tourists had come for camping. Here UC meets a boy named Mark. He also had a great hobby of traveling like UC, and in talking about this hobby, a very good friendship develops between both. Mark introduces UC to his another friend whose name was Cabin, who is a photographer, and in this list, his coming and going in jungles always remains. Because of similar hobbies and work, a good friendship bonding is created among these three, and a very good group of theirs is also formed. These people camp here for many days and enjoy a lot. One day when UC is roaming alone in that town, he meets an unknown man. The surprising thing is that he knew UC's name. He tells UC that, "Do you like going to Amazon jungles? Because I know you are desperate to go there, and I can help you in this." Carl also tells UC a shocking thing, that in the middle of the jungles, an Indian tribe also lives, which at this time, you consider that all of them are wild people, and no one knows about those people. Hearing this, UC had become even more excited, because he had a great hobby of meeting wild people. This man named Carl tells UC that if you want to meet them or are ready to go to that place, I can help you. UC, who had a hobby of adventure for many days, without thinking that why is Carl being so kind to him? He is an unknown man, and how does he know UC after all? Without thinking all this, he decides to go with Carl, and the bigger thing than this was that he also convinces his friends to come with him. The next day, all three go and meet Carl again. This time, Carl had also brought the jungle map with him, and showing the jungle map, he says that hiking, they will take 3 to 4 days to reach the place where all those wild people live, and the journey before that, these people were going to do through a plane. Taking all the necessary stuff with them, these people set off on their journey. Morning time is shown when all these reach near the jungle through the plane. They travel on foot in the jungle the whole day, and then at night, set up camp and sleep. When half the night passes, everyone's eyes open because of someone's loud screaming. It turns out that this was Mark's voice, on whose head some insect had bitten. Anyway, this insect was not poisonous. That is why, without any problem, all of them start their journey again as soon as morning comes. These people continue their journey the whole day, but when evening comes, rain starts. Despite getting wet in the rain, all of them continued their journey, because if they stopped, perhaps they would fall ill. Walking finally now, these people reached such a place where some people's settlement was made. That is, some people lived here, but these were not wild people, but these were humans. In appearance, it looked like a village. All the people welcomed them very well, arranged food and drink for them, and also gave a place to rest. And all these people mixed very well with each other, because these people knew Carl from before. UC and his companions learn that Carl comes here. Anyway, the next day, all these come out from that tribe and start their journey. On the way, Carl hunts a monkey in front of them today. Hunting anything from here was illegal. These people get a little scared, but Carl, killing the monkey, starts laughing and moves forward from there, and unwillingly these people keep following him, and at night, they set up camp again. The next morning, both of them had to start the journey again. During the journey this time, Mark could not walk. Pain started in his leg, and he got a lot of trouble in walking. That is why when Carl removes his shoe and sees, Mark's leg had become completely wounded, and it would take about 4 days to heal. Carl tells them that we should camp somewhere here for 4 days, but UC and his other companion both were very excited. To see wild people, UC's other friend, who was a photographer, had to write about human adventure in his journal. He was not ready to stop in any condition. That is why these people find a new route. UC tells them that we make a boat and start our journey through the water route. Carl did not want this because the river route was very bad. He says that the flow of the river here is very fast. But when Cabin and UC insist on their stubbornness, both of them also have to agree. After which, all these together make a boat. These people load all their stuff on that boat and start their journey through the same river route. At this time, their captain was Carl, because Carl was the only person who knew about this jungle. For some time, its journey went fine, but after a little while, the fast waves of the river started spoiling the balance of their boat. At this time, Carl was saying that we should attach this boat to some shore, but Cabin angrily was saying that they should move forward with the flow of water. Perhaps he did not know the dangers here. In all this, a fight also happens between Carl and him, which UC stops with great difficulty, and UC, now agreeing to Carl's words, takes the boat to the shore. These people had now set up another camp here. After setting up the camp, Carl decided that these people will stay in this camp the whole night, and in the next morning will start their journey. But going through water did not seem his intention. He had decided that now he will travel on foot only. But UC and Cabin were against this decision. Now they were having difficulty in walking. They just felt that they should move forward only through water. These people now ask Mark because his leg had healed to a great extent. That is why Mark tells them to walk on foot with him, because he knew that Carl knows how to survive, and he can also help in this. In this way, these people got divided into two groups. Carl, now showing them the map, says that after 3 days, these people will meet at a special point of this jungle. For the next 3 days, Carl and Mark were going to travel on foot, while UC and Cabin were going to move forward through the boat. Anyway, all these move forward toward fire. At first, the river journey was completely normal, but then, what should not have happened? The waves were so fast that it became quite difficult for them to handle their boat. The boat took them away with the flow of water, but luck was good that ahead of them in the same river, they collided with a very large rock and saved from moving forward, and now they were hanging with their boat. If they did not take the decision at the right time, now their life could also go. UC was very nervous. He was not able to take any decision. Then Cabin tells him that I will jump into the water and try to go swimming to that shore there. After going to the shore, I will throw a rope from there. You come to me through it. But UC was not ready for this. Then Cabin encourages him, and gathering a lot of courage, he jumps into the river, and after working quite hard, he finally reaches the river shore. Before he could throw any rope toward UC and save him, the flow of water starts flowing in the opposite direction, due to which UC also falls into the water with the boat, and the water takes UC away from here. Cabin could not believe his eyes that this should not have happened with him. He was just about to save his friend 1 second ago, but now perhaps he will never see UC. He shouts loudly, calling UC, but now nothing could happen. Then Cabin now starts moving forward, while just a little while after him, we see that UC, also floating with the flow of water, reaches the shore. He is not understanding what to do. He looks toward the river. Then his bag is also coming floating. He catches his bag and takes out the Bible from it and starts reading it. From that bag, he takes out some pills of Carl. This was survival medicine. Strength comes from it. UC takes out one and eats it, and now, alone in the jungle, starts the journey in the hope of meeting his friend. After wandering in the jungle for quite some time, when he does not see any way to get out from here, he takes out the map given by Carl. After seeing the direction in the map, he starts his journey again. On the way, he also sees a tree of fruits. Now, because he had not eaten anything for quite some time, that is why he climbs that tree. When he tries to pluck that fruit, then a snake sitting there beforehand bites him. Thank God, in this attack of the snake, it could not harm him. And here we see that UC, climbing that tree, throws down the snake and crushing it with a stone kills it and eats it to stay alive. After this, he thinks about resting at night when he is sleeping. Then he hears someone's voice, which was Mark's voice. When UC sees that Mark is really standing in front of him, and just as he tries to go near him, suddenly Mark disappears from there. Then we learn that all this was his illusion. Because of staying alone for so many days, his mind starts getting spoiled. Now when he goes to sleep, then he feels that some wild animal is around him, which was really there. That is why, gathering a lot of courage, lighting his lighter, he sprays gas from behind, and driving away that animal from near him with fire, he sleeps. On waking up in the morning, pain starts in his head. When he puts his hand on his head, blood is coming from his head. He is feeling something moving in his head, and now he had learned that some insect has entered his head. A creepy scene is shown here, where there is an insect inside his head, and he, catching that insect, takes it out from his skin, after which he starts his further journey. On the way, he also finds some birds' eggs, which he breaks and eats. Going a little further, he finds such a place where people of the tribe used to live earlier. Then, because of some danger, they left from there. This was a good place to set up camp. That is why he sits there for some time and rests. Here now, a lot of severe pain starts in his leg. When he removes the shoes, then he sees that his legs are cut. Blood is coming from his legs. Because of the pain in the legs, he had to spend the night right there. But in the morning, he gets up with great passion. To get out from this place going a little further, he sees footprints, due to which he becomes very happy. He feels that these are some footprints of Mark. A hope awakens in him that now he is very close to his friend. But this was not going to happen. After the scene cuts, finally, we are shown Cabin, who floating has reached the river shore, and seeing him, the villagers here rescue him. As soon as Cabin's health gets a little better, he immediately goes and meets the officer here and asks for help for UC because he had floated in the water. The officer, also agreeing to Cabin's words, sends a plane toward the jungle to rescue UC. Here, UC is shown who, because of staying in these jungles for 14 days, his mental condition now starts getting bad. Suddenly, he also hears the sound of a plane from above. A ray of hope awakens in him, and taking a red cloth, he also signals the plane. But his bad luck, the plane people neither see him nor hear him. Here, coming in the plane, they give report that UC is not found anywhere in the jungle. Hearing this, Cabin becomes stunned, and once again asks the same officer to save UC. At this time, the officer felt that UC must have died somewhere in the jungle, because almost 2 weeks have passed since he disappeared in the jungle. And here, if someone does not come from the jungle for 5 days, then it is considered that he must have died. But still, somewhere in Cabin's heart, there was this hope that his friend is alive. He meets such a man of the same village who knew quite well about the jungle. That is why, asking for help from him going through the river route, he sets off toward the jungle again. Meanwhile, in the jungle, we see UC, whose, along with mental condition, his physical condition had also become bad. No strength is left in him to move forward. But then, after just a little while, a wild woman comes near him, seeing whom he gets scared, and that wild woman was also scared. But here, staying with someone was very necessary for UC. He starts convincing that wild girl that nothing will happen to you. Come near me, stay with me. Somehow, after convincing her, he makes that wild girl sleep with him here. And when after some time passes, UC's eyes open, then he learns that that girl was not with him. Due to which, here it is revealed to us that actually that girl had not come here at all. All this was his illusion. After this, he again controls his mind and goes near such a tree on which many ants were there, and taking off his clothes, he holds that tree so that all the ants climb on him and bite him, due to which he gets some courage. And with such thinking, exactly this happens, and all the ants climbing on him when start biting him, then running. He reaches the river to remove the ants from his body. Finally, he gets rid of it, after which he here on the river shore, making a Y, writing makes a sign of his name, so that when Cabin searching for him reaches here, then he comes to know that UC is alive here. He was just thinking this when suddenly a turtle passes in front of him. He immediately picking up a stone, tries to kill it so that he can kill and eat it to fill his stomach. But he feels pity on this turtle and does not kill the turtle. Now here, UC had completely learned that he will not survive because neither is there life left in him now that he can move forward from here and survive, nor has anyone come to take him till now. He understood that now he will die. That is why with a very sad sleep, when morning happens, then we see a good thing that Cabin really searching for UC had reached the same river shore, where he also saw UC's Y sign. He understood that UC is somewhere nearby, but even after searching a lot, UC is not found anywhere. Then Cabin, having to accept his defeat, had to leave from here. Cabin started feeling that now UC is not alive here. Just as he starts the generator of that boat, then its sound wakes UC. Here, UC shouting loudly is calling Cabin, but his voices are not reaching Cabin so far, because here the noise of waves was quite a lot, and the boat had its own noise too, due to which UC's last hope also goes away. His friend had come to save him so close, but perhaps fate was not supporting him. He was just thinking this when Cabin suddenly turns back and looks. He just wanted to see that dense jungle for the last time. He did not know that he will see UC. He immediately tells the boat driver to turn that boat back. Just as the boat attaches to the shore, Cabin running comes near UC, and both hug each other. Here, it was a very emotional scene. Both meeting each other start crying. UC was surprised seeing this, that he is still alive. He thanks God here, and then taking UC, he goes to his village. All the people of the village were surprised seeing UC that someone could survive more than 2 weeks in these Amazon jungles. So it was UC only. All the people thank God for his surviving and coming. After which, in the last of this story, we are told about Carl and Mark. Carl was a criminal, and he had brought UC, Cabin, and Mark with some criminal intention. The luck of Cabin and UC was good, that they changed their route. But Mark, who went with Carl, till today, no trace of both of them was found. In the last of this story, we learn that this movie is based on a real incident that is a true event, which this movie was made to reach this information to people. And through this movie, UC's courage was increased.